top. That was the key.
That is a big key with that. That whole entire press with Central Plains is they force teams to try to go over top of them, and they're able to trap it up and get a lot of steals. So it sounded like the Lady Panthers really studied film, knew what they needed to do to get past that press and really create some havoc and keep the game probably one of the closest games they'll have all year long. So that's a great job there by the Lady Panthers. They got to feel good about that one coming into today, this afternoon, as they're facing this Lady Card team that, like you said, they'll face throughout the season. And I'm sure, they look at the bracket and they're like, we don't want to go against this team, and those would be the teams they always play.
Smith Center and Plainville.
No coach wants to face the same team 4, 5, 6 times in a year in any sport. So, you look at these tournaments with Smith Center, Plainville, and Phillipsburg in there, they play each other a lot. I'm sure they look at this and go, I don't want to play them, I don't want to play them, and I don't want to play them. And it's nothing against teams, it's just, they play them so often, they want to see other teams, and that really lets you kind of get a good scope of what's going on with your team. So seeing teams like Central Plains, the Lady Panthers, they can take that loss and learn from it and get better from it.
And, they played Russell in night number 1. The Russell Lady Broncos, they're going to win their fair share of games this year, and the Lady Panthers won that game by 30. So it just shows the growth that the Lady Panthers have had. Again, they won 1 game a couple of years ago. And last year they won those 12 games, which was 2 less than what they had won the last 3 years combined. So the Lady Panthers have shown the growth. Of course, Taryn Sides has helped. She has been as good as advertised in the first 3 games. She only scored 12 points against Central Plains, but she did have Emily Ryan on her basically the entire game. And Coach Styles did that for a reason, because she's the best player in the state, and Taryn's gonna be that player someday. So Taryn did what she had to do. She did score the first basket, but nonetheless, she's gonna have a tough task again tonight or this afternoon, I should say, because I'm sure we'll see her against Aubrey Dewey, who is in her own right one of the best players in the state as well.
I would have to agree with you there. I think you'll see Aubrey Dewey and Taryn Sides going against each other all night long, whether it be man-to-man or a zone, maybe even a box and one, trying to slow things down a little bit. But those 2 teams or 2 players are really going to have to work to cancel each other out.
It's been a well-balanced attack for the Lady Panthers this year as well, with the addition of Taryn Sides to what they brought back from last year with the 3 seniors and Kylie Soliday, Kristen Wells, and Emily Schneider. All they have done is benefit from the freshmen, because Taryn is a facilitator. She's made some passes in her first 3 games of the season to just make you go, wow.
She really has. It's a good job that they're able to get her going and get everything moving throughout. So Taryn Sides is able to kind of get this team going in the right direction and moving through and doing what she needs to do to help this team out.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this, as you're listening to Let's Go On at KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Level of fair, clean competition. Thank you for your cooperation, and good luck to both teams. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Plainville Cardinals, the senior 5'5", Jersey Kaiser. For the Lady Panthers, the senior 5'4", number 2, Kylie Soliday. For the Cardinals, the senior 5'3", number 2, Hallie Freeman. For the Lady Panthers, a freshman 5'6", number 11, Taryn Sides. For the Lady Cardinals, the senior 5'7", number 3, Aubrey Dewey. For the Lady Panthers, the sophomore 5'9", number 13, Abby Babcock. For the Lady Cardinals, a junior 5'5", number 4, Brooke Nuss. For the Panthers, a senior 5'5", number 15, Kirsten Wells. For the Cardinals, a junior 5'7", number 10, Brianna Augustine. And for the Lady Panthers, a senior 5'7", number 24, Emily Schneider.
Number 11, a 5'6" freshman inside. Number 13, a 5'9 sophomore, Abby Babcock. Number 15, a 5'5 senior, Kristen Wells. And number 24, a 5'7 senior, Emily Schneider. Robbie, let's get your keys to a quick start for both teams.
Well, for the Lady Panthers, they got to pressure the ball all over the court, get some good pressure defense going, and try to get some quick steals and get some fast pace. And then don't rush a shot. Take your time, find the open shot. They got a lot of good shooters on this Lady Panthers team, so they got to find that open shot and take the open shot when they can get it. For the Lady Cards, someone has to step up to help Aubrey Dewey out. We talked about her a lot. That's because she's the main player.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. They have to have someone step up to kind of help her out in offensive and defensive roles. So someone definitely has to step up here tonight to help this Lady Cardinals team get going there. And then slow the tempo down. Don't try to get in a fast pace up and down the court game with this Lady Panther team. They've shown that they can go up tempo a little bit, so slow things down and control the tempo.
All right, Babcock wins the tip. The Lady Panthers go right to left on your radio dial. They get the Wells left wing. The Lady Panthers in those home white jerseys, navy numbers, and the gold trim. The Lady Cards road black jerseys, maroon numbers. As Sides has it left wing. Ball kicked by Friend, and it will be the Lady Panther basketball. Quick update for you, Robbie. And with Phillipsburg interest, Jacksonville, they have won today over, let's see, who did they play? Mid-Georgia State, 93-79. As the Lady Panthers missed a shot, it's rebounded by Brooke Nuss. And just another quick update on that. Trey Sides came off the bench, had 5 points. So a little Phillipsburg interest there in the Jacksonville game today. They got a win. And Trey had to come off the bench in this one as he started quite a bit for Jacksonville already as a true freshman. We're scoreless here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. And again, a turnover here, or a 5-second call. Is that what it was, Robbie?
I didn't see what the ref called.
I just saw him blow his whistle, point the other way, so it must have been a 5-second call on the Lady Cards. Nonetheless, it's Lady Panther basketball. 7:10 left to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless here in the girls' third place game. Abby Babcock gets it around to Wells. Now decides down to the left wing to Soliday. Inside for Schneider. Schneider on the dribble, kicks it out to Wells. Wells, long two-pointers on its way. It rattles out, rebound, fought for, and didn't have a jump ball called. It will be Plainville basketball.
Good job there by the Lady Panthers, moving the ball around, trying to look to the low post and get things going underneath the basket. They had a couple good looks to try to get the ball in there. Just Lady Cardinals doing a good job getting the feet in there on one of them to kick the ball to get things restarted. But otherwise, Lady Panthers do a good job passing the ball.
Dewey on the dribble, working against Kylie Soliday. These two seniors have played a lot of basketball against each other. As Dewey's shot no good, fighting for the rebound, still fighting for it. Babcock hits the floor. Jump ball called here. As again, it is Kaiser and Babcock getting tied up. They got tied up at the other end as well because of jump ball. As again, they get tied up and will be Lady Panther basketball. 6:38 left to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic here at Russell High School. Schneider. And she's going to drive in. Bounce pass for Babcock. Tip, still fighting for the basketball. Babcock finally comes up with it as Taryn Sides got the tip from Schneider, found Babcock, and Babcock gets the first 2 points of the ball game.
Sides comes in there from the corner to get that tip and just knew exactly what to do with it. Got the tip and quickly right over to Babcock on the low block.
There's the first wow pass of the afternoon for Taryn Sides, because how did she get that one down there to Babcock? To get the 2 points as the Lady Panthers lead 2-0 as Friends 3, no good. Rebound, it goes along, and Augustine tries to save it in, could not quite do so. It will be Phillipsburg basketball as they lead 2-0. 5:57 left to go in the first quarter here from Russell High School in the Amos Morris Classic girls' third place game. The Lady Panthers of Phillipsburg got to this point with their loss to Central Plains in the semifinals. The Lady Cards lost to St. John's Beloit last night by 10, 41-31. Sides has it out front to Soliday. Soliday, backside pass for Wells. Wells right corner, long two is good.
Look to the backside as well. It's still along the baseline, able to get a quick shot up as there's no defender right there in front of her.
That makes it Phillipsburg 4, Plainville 0 here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Dewey on the dribble. She's going to drive all the way down to the right block. Shot is up and good. Aubrey Dewey gets the first points of the game for the Lady Cards, and it makes it 4-2. Soliday inside for Babcock. Babcock right block up. Counted. He's going to line for an and one.
Got to her quickly in the middle of the lane, went up in traffic, just got blocked as she was getting the shot off. So great transition defense there by the Lady Cardinals. Unfortunately for them, they just drew that foul as well.
So Babcock at the line, the shooter and one attempt. 5:17 left to go in the first quarter. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Foul's on Augustine, her first personal foul. Lady Cards get the ball back to Aubrey Dewey. She brings it up the court, calling out the offense left to right on your radio dial. Friend has it down to the right wing. They look inside for Augustine. Tipped out by Schneider, picked up by Wells ahead to sides. Taryn ahead of the defense. Left-handed layup is good.
Taryn, side.
Good job by Lady Panthers to find her on the other end, as that was a long pass down the court.
4:50 left to go in the first quarter. Phillipsburg regains the lead by 6, 8-2, their biggest lead of the ball game. As Dewey loses that one out of bounds as she went to cross over, hit her knee, out of bounds a win, and Coach Reinhardt wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Lady Panther basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. 4:43 left to go in the first quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards here in the girls' third place game, the Amos Morris Classic. 8-2 is our score. Lady Panther basketball out of the timeout. Sides, top of the key, three's on its way, rattles out, tipped by Babcock, and it's going to be out of bounds. The last touch, let's see. Refs talk things over. They are going to say Babcock touched it last, so it will be Lady Cards basketball. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And the ball game will be Emma Rudman and Ashlyn Stamper. Rudman, a 5'9 sophomore, Stamper, a 5'7 junior for the Plainville Lady Cards. Friend took a seat. Augustine took a seat. Dewey calls out the offense as she crosses over the timeline. Dribbles over to the left side, gets the screen from Kaiser, picks up her dribble, now looking for help. Gets the pass off now to Nuss. Nuss drives down to the right baseline, bounce pass back out, tipped by Soliday. Jump ball going to be called here as Soliday and Dewey get tied up, and it will be Plainville basketball again. These two seniors, they played a lot against each other, Robbie, as they have both started since they were freshmen.
They've played a lot against each other, and they end up guarding each other a lot as well. So a good battle between those two throughout the years.
4:11 left to go. Inbounds pass goes in, and the basket is good as Jersey Kaiser gets the point. Fouls on the Lady Panthers, their first team foul.
That was just against freshman on now, and as Kaiser having the knowledge to jump into sides to draw that foul, and that's all that she did is she just jumped into sides. Sides had the good positioning on her. Kaiser just jumped right in to draw that foul.
So Sides picks up her first personal foul. Kay Pockabir and Ava Skimper into the ball game as Kaiser's and one attempt rolls out. Rebound tipped in the hands of Sides. Wells and Schneider both took a seat. Sides gets it ahead to Soliday. Soliday too hard off the glass. Rebound goes in the hands of Dewey. Dewey, the Washburn signee, dribbles all the way down to the right wing. Down to the right corner, one-handed pass across the court to Kaiser. Kaiser drives to the free throw line, back to Dewey. Right wing three's on its way, no good. Rebounded by Rudman. Rudman kicks it back out now to Nuss. Nuss to Dewey at the free throw line. Dewey drives in, kicks out right corner to Kaiser. Kaiser's three's on its way, no good. Rebounded by Sides. 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. 8-4 is our score. Sides try to pass it over the top of Dewey. Dewey tipped it. Kaiser comes away at the loose basketball. Now her and Soliday get tied up. Kaiser tried to pass it off. Sides comes away at the steal ahead to Pockabir. Pockabir's right-handed layup is good.
Good hustle by both teams there to go out and on the floor there. So good hustle and good job by the Lady Panthers to quickly get that ball down court to Pockabir.
Puts Phillipsburg back up by 6 at 10-4 with 3:20 left to go in the first quarter. Lady Cards basketball as Nuss has it, hands it off to Dewey. Dewey looks at the basket, dribbles over to the left wing. Dewey gets a screen from Kaiser there, now gives it back to Kaiser. Kaiser bounce pass it to Nuss, back to Kaiser out front. Kaiser looks inside for Stamper. Instead, Nuss takes it all the way to the hole, no good. Rebounded by Taryn Sides. Taryn leads the break, it's 2-on-1. Taryn gonna take it all the way in, right block, Circus shot is up and couldn't get it to fall, but she is headed to the free throw line as this is the second team foul on the Lady Cards and the first on Jersey Kaiser.
As Circus shot really explains that one really well as she went up facing the goal, ends up taking the shot as her back was towards the goal, so gets a complete 180 in there, tries to get the shot up over top of her, just didn't get the fall for it.
She hits the first of 2 free throws as Meg Keaton comes into the ball game for Kylie Soliday. So Keaton in for the first time. Abby Babcock going to take a seat, and Emily Schneider comes back in. 2:57 left to play in the first quarter. Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead 11-4 over the Plainville Lady Cards. Make it 12-4. Sides hits that one as well. She now has 4 points. third place girls game of the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards 12-4. Plainville basketball is Aubrey Dewey on the dribble. Going to drive all the way down to the left baseline. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Rudman. Rudman shot no good. Tipped in the hands of sides again. Taryn quickly up the court this time. Bounce pass to Skimper. Skimper's shot up from the baseline is good.
That shot there by Skimper as she had the target defenders right all over him, get it through the arms, and get this ball in for her.
2:28 left to go in the first quarter. The Lady Panthers extend their lead to double digits for the first time in this game. It's 14-4 over the Plainville Lady Cards. Dewey drives in. Left baseline shot is up, no good. And it's rebounded by Taryn Sides yet again. This time she gets it out ahead to Keaton. Keaton, bounce pass ahead to Schneider. Top of the key underneath for Pocketbear. Pocketbear up and good.
Terry Sides getting defensive rebounds, so Sides even being active on that defensive side of things, getting those rebounds and getting the ball out there quickly by dribbling just down the court and getting some offense going quickly.
Schneider with the good look. Pocketbear had position for the easy shot. Makes it 16-4 as Dewey drives all the way in. She's going to get called for the charge as Emily Schneider had her feet planted. And then she took more shots from her teammates than she did Aubrey Dewey that time as Coach Reinhardt wants a timeout, a full timeout this time, but Aubrey Dewey gets called for the charge. Her third Lady Cards team foul. And with 1:47 left to go in the first quarter, we'll take a timeout with them. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers leading the Plainville Lady Cards 16-4. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. One minute and 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards 16-4 here in the Amos Morris Classic. Girls' third place game here at Russell High School. Lady Panther basketball out of the timeout. Sides drives all the way in, tries to kick it out, and it goes out of bounds as Skimper was starting to make her way in to try to get a rebound. So it will be Lady Cards basketball.
That is the first turnover by the Lady Panthers here in this game. So doing a great job controlling the ball, and that one was just a little miscommunication because Sides threw it right to where Skimper was at, but Skimper took a couple steps towards the baseline.
Dewey drives all the way in, tipped by Schneider right in the hands of Pocketbear. Pocketbear ahead to Sides. Sides tracks down the loose basketball. She's going to drive in, left block off the glass. Oh, good. Rebound put back by Schneider's good. That makes it 18-4. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers extend their lead to 14 with 1:04 left to go here in the first quarter. Dewey brings it up the court, left to right on your radio dial. Across the timeline ahead to Stamper, right wing. They swing it back around. Dewey left wing, three's on its way, and it's off the glass and good.
Off the board and gets 3 points for the team.
Pocketbear shot from the right block, no good. She was double covered there, but nonetheless, it is Plainville basketball with 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 18-7 here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Fred has it out front and now to Rudman. Rudman tracks down the basketball back to Dewey. Dewey picked up by Taryn Sides at the left wing. Out front to Augustine goes the basketball to Rudman right wing. Rudman back out front now to Stamper. Top of the key to the left wing to Augustine. Augustine one dribble to friend, top of the key. She'll put up the three from there. No good. It goes off to the right. Rebound fought for. Rudman comes down with it. Inside for Stamper. Tipped out by Sides and picked up by Meg Keaton. Keaton leads the break right to left on your radio dial. All the way down to the baseline. Tried to get it pass across the paint to Pocketbear. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Plainville basketball. 2.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kylie Soliday comes back in. Taryn Sides going to take a seat. Also taking a seat for Plainville is Rudman. As Dewey puts up the three-quarter court buzzer beater, no good, and it will be Phillipsburg 18 and Plainville 7 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. As you're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
May Keaton for Aubrey Dewey for 2. Jump ball, possession, Plainfield.
Travel. May Keaton and Kay Pockavere are going to take a seat. Terrence Ides and Emily Schneider back in for the Lady Panthers. 5:53 left to go in the first half. A 10-point Phillipsburg lead. They lead the Plainville Lady Cards 23-13. Wells will inbound, does so to Sides left corner. Sides drives baseline, floaters up and good.
Floater over top and we're closing out the Sides got the nice touch on that one.
25-13, a 12-point Lady Panther lead. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Sides now with 6 points. She leads the scoring for the Lady Panthers as Babcock comes away with the steal. Her left-handed layup is up and good.
Great job there by Babcock. Good read, cutting through there, making a quick steal to get down court for the left-handed layup.
Babcock with 6 points, so she ties Sides with the lead for the Lady Panthers for highest score so far. 5:17 left to go in this first half. Lady Panthers lead 27-13. Dewey takes it to the hole, no good. And a rebound to 5-4 Sides. It's probably going to get called for over the back here as Staub had position. It is on Sides. That's Taryn's second personal foul. Second Lady Panthers team foul. 5:09 left to go in the first half. Jersey Kaiser comes out of the ball game. They inbound to Staub due to the Lady Card. Staub looks, finds a friend in the left wing. Friend looks inside for Augustine, couldn't get it to her. Hands it back off to Dewey. And Dewey down to the left corner to Nuss. Nuss dribbles all the way to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Friend. Right wing three's on its way. No good. Misses everything. Let's see. You're going to say last touch by Augustine. So it will be Lady Panther basketball. 4:51 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads at Plainville 27-13. Terrence Sides quickly up the court, right to left across the timeline. Down to the solid A. She looked inside. Ball gets tipped around and stolen away by Dewey. Dewey hands it off to Friend. Friend hands it back off to Dewey. Dewey quickly up the court. As a solid A tried to come up from behind to get the steal, but Dewey keeps a hold of it, tries to pass it back to Friend. Friend saves it from going back court. Nice hustle there by Hallie Friend as Nuss drives all the way down, and then Babcock going to get called for the foul. Her first personal foul, third a Lady Panther team foul.
Babcock getting called with that foul just because she couldn't get stopped in time. Just going over her top there, almost looking like a linebacker in that situation. But didn't mean to, just all of a sudden just a quick stop in front of her.
Augustine, left elbow shot is good. Augustine coming alive here in this second quarter. She's got 6 all here in the second quarter as it makes it 27-15. Sides has it top of the key around to Solid A, down to the right corner to Wells. Wells open for three again, this time just short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Brooke Nuss. Nuss quickly up the court, down to the right wing. She's going to drive all the way down to the right block. Shot is up too hard, no good. Rebound fought for. Wells comes up with the rebound, and then Augustine going to get called for her second personal foul. Fourth Lady Cards team foul as Emma Rudman heads to the scores table for the Lady Cards.
Wells got good position on there to get that rebound. Just got it up over the back call there for her. So good job by Wells being on the backside, getting in position.
27-15, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Babcock gets the inbound entry pass at the left block, tries to go up and under the arms of Rudman. Shot no good, rebounded by the Lady Cards. Dewey brings it back left to right on your radio dial across the timeline down to the left wing. Working against Solid A, drives all the way in, splits the defense off the glass and good.
Somehow she get that shot up off the glass there, and she split the defenders. The ball kind of got hung up between.
Solid A finds Babcock behind the defense. She's going to head to the free throw line as this will be the 15th foul on the Lady Cards and the first on the junior Brooklyn Staub.
Great look to get that down low to that low post there on that pass. So the Lady Panthers looking from half court to try to get that ball started somewhere and finding someone underneath the basket.
So Babcock hits the first one. She's got 7 to make it 28-17. Stamper comes back in. Staub takes a seat after picking up that foul. 3:38 left to play in the first half. Babcock second one off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Wells. Wells right block off the glass too hard, no good. Rebound put back by Babcock. Counted. She's going right back to the free throw line for another and one attempt.
Surprised Wells didn't get called with an over the back there on that one as she went up able to grab the rebound over top of one of the Lady Cardinals players, but went up cleanly, got the rebound, put it right back up, and then the Lady Panthers doing a good job on the offensive boards.
Well, there's the proof that Babcock got fouled because she had to fix her contact. Foul was on Emma Rudman, her first personal foul. As Kinsey Stores comes to the scores table for the Lady Panthers. Not sure what the whistle is on here. 3:40 left to go here in the first half. Looks like they were taking some time off the clock here maybe. Down to 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 30-17. Babcock at the free throw line for an one attempt. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Dewey, and well, there's your over the back call that you were looking for last time, Robbie. Wells gets called for over the back this time. Her fourth Lady Panthers team foul.
Dewey went up, caught it. Wells right behind her, trying to get in position to catch it. Just kind of knocking Dewey to the ground as she came back down. So not an intentional kind of hit, but just one right there, just kind of in the wrong way.
So Kinsey Stores, the 5'4 junior, into the ball game for the Lady Panthers. Babcock takes a seat. Out front goes the basketball to Rudman. Now to the right wing to Dewey. Inside for Friend. Friend too high. No good this time. Rebound fought for. The Lady Cards come away with it. Nuss is going to drive all the way in. Right block off the glass. Counted. She's going to line for an and one attempt.
Nuss. Nuss kind of an awkward shot on that one. Underneath the basket, able to get it to go up and high off the backboard, fall back through the net for it. Otherwise, that was just an awkward shot to get that to fall through.
Well, that'll be the 15th foul on the Lady Panthers. Nuss gets her first points of the ball game. And one attempt is no good. Fighting for the rebound. Put back by Stamper is good. So that makes the score 30-17. 3-0. Well, the clock's not running, but Solid A has it out front to Sides. Sides back around the left wing to Stores. Out front to Solid A. Solid A drives in, blocked by Stamper in the hands of Pockbear. Her shot no good, rebounded by Stamper. She hands it off to Dewey. 30-17 is our score. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards as Dewey has it out front. Down to Friend, right wing. Friend, three on its way. He rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Pockbear. Pockbear hands it off to Sides. Sides ahead to Stores. Stores crosses over, counted. Kinsey Stores is headed to the line for an and one as she got it just as she was getting ready to take that step. Crossed over just in time to get the layup, and she's headed to the line for an and one.
That crossover is the whole entire reason why she's going back for that and one. That crossover was just perfectly timed by her caught the pass, had to take that half step, and then just right around the defender, right up for the layup. So good job there by Storrs.
So Storrs at the free throw line, hits her and one attempt. She now has 3 points. 33-21 the score. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards. Just under 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half of this girls' third place game. Ball up for grabs. Dewey comes down with it. Inside for Nuss. Nuss tracks it down to the left baseline. Back out to Dewey. Left corner. Dewey on the dribble. Picks it up the left wing. Goes out front to Stamper. Back to Dewey. Dewey going to reset the offense. 2:08 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 33-21. Dewey gets it back at the left wing. She's going to drive in. Picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Nuts left corner long two. No good. Rebound put back by Stamper. No good. Rebound fought for and out of bounds it goes. Last touch by the Lady Panthers. So it will be Lady Cards basketball. 1:51 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads 33-21 over Plainville here in the girls' third place game. Dewey looking. Now goes into Nuss. Nuss hands it back off to Dewey. Aubrey going to dribble back out between the circles and reset the offense with 1:45 left to go in the first half. 33-21, Phillipsburg leads Plainville here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. As that is foul going to be called here on Kinsey Storrs.
Going to get Storrs for that little hand check. Tried to drive the lane and just got her hand out there and gave a little push off. Rough quickly on top of it.
That's a 6th Lady Panther team foul. 1:36 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead 33-21. Dewey gets it. Just enough space to put up the 3. No good. Rebound fought for. Sides comes away with it. Tried to pass over the top of Dewey. Dewey playing that safety position. Got the interception, and then she's going to get fouled as she headed towards the basket. So Dewey coming up with the interception. Kind of playing cornerback back there. Showing that maybe she should have played some football this year too.
Well, I don't know if the guys would want her out there, but that was a good play by her, though. She done a great job reading that and just getting in the way, going up, catching out. The Lady Cards really have come to life here in this second quarter, though, able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. They're sitting at 4 right now, which has allowed them to get the points up on the board.
So Meg Keaton comes back in. Kinsey Storrs takes a seat for the Lady Panthers. Dewey getting set for the free throws. It's on its way. Good on the first one. So she's now in double digits. She has a 10 of the 22. And the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 11, 33-22 with 1:27 left to go in this first half. As Dewey hits the second one, she's now got 11 of the 23, and it's now back to a 10-point game. Phillipsburg 33, Plainville 23, 1:27 left to play in the first half. Keaton has it out front, left wing to Soliday. Soliday looks inside for Pocketbeer. Lane gets shut off, so they pass it back around the sides, pump fakes. Now looks for Soliday down low. Soliday splits the defense off the glass. No good. Left and short. Rebounded by Dewey. Dewey quickly up the court for the Lady Cards, showing just how fast she is as she gets it off at Tabochi. Her shot no good. Rebound fought for. Bodies hit the floor. And Dewey comes away with the loose basketball at the left wing. Dewey calls out the offense with 57 seconds left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads by 10. Nuss with the 3. No good. Rebounded by Pocketbeer. And Pocketbeer is going to be fouled. 18 foul on the Lady Cards, and Kay Pocketbeer will head down to the other end to shoot 1-1.
The Lady Cards have put up a lot of shots here in this second quarter. They've put up 18 shots, so they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities, getting some good look inside the basket, but they're also attacking the basket, which is really allowed for them to kind of make a little bit of a comeback here.
Pocketbeer's first in, rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Augustine, and she gives it off to Dewey. 45 seconds counting left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg leads by 10 over Plainville, 33-23. Coach Reinert calls out the offense. Dewey looks to the sideline, now dribbles over to the left side of the court. Plainville going to be looking for the final shot here of the first half. Again, Phillipsburg leads by 10, 33-23. Aubrey continues to dribble out, just running out the clock as again Plainville looking for the final shot here of the first half as Dewey starts to direct traffic as time continues to come off the clock here. 10 seconds left. Now Dewey going to start to make her approach. 8 seconds left. She calls for a screen, gets the screen. Dribbles all the way down. Hop step through the defense. Up and no good. She left it just short. Rebounded by the sides. Gets it stolen away at the buzzer. That's going to do it with the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers up 33 to 23. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up the first half right after this as you're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. And welcome back to Russell High School, the girls' third place matchup of the Amos Morris Classic. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 10 over the Plainville Lady Cards, 33-23. Robbie, let's get your keys to victory for both teams.
For the Lady Panthers, run the offense. I thought there in that first quarter, they've done a very good job running the offense, getting down the court, setting it up, letting things develop, finding the open shot, and they've done a good job doing that. I think they need to get back to that to really help them get out to a bigger lead here in the second half. And then also block out the Lady Cards. Were able to get quite a few rebounds there in that second quarter, so they got to make sure they're getting underneath the basket, getting them blocked out, not allowing for those second chance opportunities for the Lady Cards. They got to continue attacking the basket. They're doing a good job off that dribble drive, getting in there, getting to the foul line, and getting some easy layups. So they got to continue looking to attack and then keep that transition defense that they have going, as they've been able to keep up with the Lady Panthers up-tempo style, get out and run the ball, and some fast breaks. So they've been able to get there with that transition defense. So the Lady Cards got to continue that. That's my keys to victory for both teams.
All right, it will be. Let's see, it looks like Lady Panther basketball to start this second half. They will now go left to right on your radio dial as Kylie Soliday will inbound, pairing sides out there along with Emily Schneider, Ava Skimper, and Abby Babcock for the Lady Panthers. Looks like for the Lady Cards, Augustine, Nuss, Fred, Dewey, and Kaiser for the Lady Cards. Lady Panther basketball as sides gets the inbounds pass. Looks in, gets it to Schneider, bounce pass back out to Soliday. Soliday picks up the slow rolling ball, back out to Babcock, out front to Sides, puts up the deep three, rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Skimper into the hands of Schneider. Schneider up and good.
Deep three there by Simon. I don't think you can get the back of the rim, otherwise I was falling in for it.
35-23, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers extend their lead to 12 over the Plainville Lady Cards. Just under 7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Dewey asks for a screen, gets it from Augustine, picks up a dribble at the right wing, skips to the left wing to Nuss. Nuss bounce pass out front to Kaiser. Kaiser drives into the paint, shot is up, off the glass, no good, rebounded by Babcock. Abby Babcock, one of those hybrid players. She's 5'9", but she can bring it up the court, so that works out real good for Coach Miller. As Soliday gets it from the left wing, three's no good. Rebound tracked down by Skimper. Skimper out front to Sides looked inside for Babcock, couldn't get it to her. Now to Schneider at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Babcock, left corner. Babcock drives in, tried to kick it across the paint to Skimper, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Cards. So Lady Panther basketball, 6:54 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads by 12, 35-23. Sides with it. Now to Schneider. Schneider's going to drive in, kicks it back out Soliday. Left wing three's on its way this time. Good.
Up for Soliday for nothing but net.
38-23, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers extend their lead as they lead with 6:35 left to go in the third quarter. Augustine's shot may have partially been blocked by one of the Lady Panthers as it goes out of bounds, and it will remain Plainville basketball.
I believe that was Sides that came in there for that help defense that was able to get her hand on it to block that shot. So good job there by Sides coming up from the low post.
They try to inbound to Augustine. She tracks it down between the circles, hands it back off to Dewey. Aubrey calls out the offense with just under 6.5 minutes left to go. Drives in, leaves it underneath for Augustine. Her shot is up, and it rolls in.
Good to catch Augustine, as Augustine was wide open as her player came up for help defense and just left it wide open.
Skimper puts up the 18-foot shot and misses everything this time. Rebounded by Augustine. Outlets ahead to Dewey. 6:05 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 38-25 here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. Dewey dribbles back out, going to reset the offense. Now drives in the paint, loses the handle on it. Picks it back up and gets it out to Friend at the left wing, down to Dewey, left corner. Three's on its way. Bingo! Aubrey Dewey hits the three.
Had a defender right there, just stepped off a couple feet too far, able for Dewey to hit that three-point.
Schneider drives the paint, and she's going to be fouled. First team foul on the Lady Cards with 5:36 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads at 38-28. Schneider heads to the free throw line to shoot two. Kaiser picks up the foul. Schneider's free throw is good. She has 5. Kaiser's second personal foul. Giving first Plainville team foul. Schneider getting set for the second one. It's on its way. Left that one short. No good. Tipped by Babcock, but right in the hands of Augustine. She hands it off to Dewey, and Dewey quickly up the court with 5.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads by 11, 39-28. They kick it out to Friend. A deep right wing three. No good. Rebound tracked down by Sides. Sides leads the break for the Lady Panthers. Left to right on your radio dial. Bounce pass ahead to Skipper. She kicks it out to Soliday. Right wing long two. No good. Rebound. Thought for Dewey comes down with the basketball. They look ahead for Friend. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball. 5:04 left to go here in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads by 11, 39-28.
Good transition for the Lady Cards. Just got out in front of them a little bit too far with that ball. Otherwise, great job getting down the court quickly.
5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads by 11, 39-28. Skimper gets it in for Babcock. Right block up and good.
Tough shot there by Babcock. She had the defender draped all over. Able to get through the arms and up high off the backboard to get those 2 points.
So, Abby Babcock gets the 2 points. She's the first Lady Panther in double digits this afternoon. She's got 11 to lead Lady Panthers in scoring. They kick it to Augustine. Augustine's shot no good this time. Rebounded by Dewey. Dewey's put back up in the paint. No good. Left it short. Rebound fought for. Still fighting for it. And a travel going to be called. Let's see who gets called for the travel. They're going to say Plainville gets called for the travel, as there were a couple different players in the pile there. Wasn't sure who had possession of the ball. Now we're going to say Lady Panther basketball as Ava Skimper takes a seat and Emily Schneider takes a seat. Kay Pocketbeer back into the ball game along with Kristen Wells for the Lady Panthers. Looks like Rudman and Stamper back in for the Lady Cards, as Wells has it for Phillipsburg. Now to Soliday. Swing pass around to Sides left wing. Sides down to the left corner to Babcock. She'll put up the three, and it rattles in. So Abby Babcock hits the three from the left corner.
I believe the refs called that.
All right, fine.
I would thought it was a 3 as well. I just happened to see the ref closest to the scorer's table giving the 2. So, like I said, I thought that was a 3-pointer as well.
All right, fine. We'll only give her 2. As Dewey puts up the right wing 3, her shot no good. Rebound tracked down as the Lady Cards fight with each other over the rebound, and they're going to get called for the travel as Kaiser was there, and also there was a Stamper. So travel called on the Lady Cards. Lady Panther basketball, 3:46 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 44-28 as Dewey tried to come away with the steal that time. She touched it as it was going out of bounds, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball as Kylie Soliday will inbound for the Lady Panthers. Soliday looking, gets it into Wells. Wells brings it up the court now for Phillipsburg. 3:35 left to go. Again, clock not running. And Soliday has it. Now there goes the clock with the ball to Pocketbeer at the free throw line. Out to Sides, around to Soliday, right wing. Down to the right corner to Wells. Wells looks inside. Now back to Soliday. 3:23 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 44-28. Kaiser tipped it out of the hands of Soliday. Soliday picks it back up. Now to Pocketbeer underneath for Babcock. Babcock up and good. Abby Babcock having a fantastic game. She's already got 15, and the Lady Panthers extend their lead 46-28.
Great look by Pocketbeer to get that down to Babcock. Got in the high post, looked to the low post. Babcock had the downside position and just got it over top.
Dewey gets it tipped out of her hands, kicks it out to Friend, left corner, 3, no good. Rebound tipped out by Dewey. Last touch by Dewey in Phillipsburg basketball. As May Keaton comes back into the ball game, Kylie Soliday takes a seat. And talking things over here. Scoreboard says 46-28. I think they're looking at the same thing I was looking at, Robbie. I think it should be 45-28, but who knows? My math may be wrong, too. I may have forgot to write something down somewhere.
I'd say the one ref came in from where they're throwing the ball in to talk to the scorer's table. I think one of the coaches for Plainville got a hold of him, but not exactly sure. He's just kind of right where I can't see him over there.
And they do change it 45-28. 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter. I don't know. I just happened to think about it, and then they must have thought about it at the same time I did. As Babcock again goes to work underneath. No good. Rebounded by Pocketbeer. Blocked out of there by Stamper. Rebounded by Dewey. Dewey brings it up the court for the Lady Cards all the way down the left wing. Crosses over. Splits the defense. Drives in. Loses the handle on it. Wraparound pass underneath. Out of bounds. Last touch by Plainville. Phillipsburg basketball. 2:27 left to go in the third quarter. And Phillipsburg leads Plainville here in the girls' third place game. 45-28. Sides tracks down the inbounds pass. Behind the back dribble. Still on the dribble with her left hand. Calls out the offense, gets a screen from Pocketbeer to the right wing, kicks it out to Babcock, right corner. Babcock drives down to the baseline, back out the sides. Sides puts up the three, rolls out, no good. Rebound put back by Wells, no good. Rebound, jump ball called as Dewey got her hands on it when Babcock came down with it to go back up, and it will be Plainville basketball as Stores comes back in for Phillipsburg. Also back in will be Kylie Soliday. Mochi and Staub back in for the Lady Cards. Sides and Babcock both take a seat. 2:08 left to play in the third quarter. It's 45-28. Phillipsburg leads Plainville here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. Dewey dribbles over to the left wing, hands it off to Kaiser. Kaiser drives into the paint, kicks it back out now to Staub, top of the key. Staub picks up her dribble, back to Dewey. Dewey between the circles, dribbles over to the left wing, working against Kylie Soliday. Gets a screen, puts up the three, no good, left it short. Rebound fought for, somehow Dewey came down with it, and her shot no good. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds it goes. They're going to say last touch by the Plainville Lady Cards, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 45-28. Full court pressure by the Lady Cards as the Kaiser tried to steal it away. Foul going to be called. First team foul on the Lady Panthers here in the second half. First personal on Kylie Soliday.
Soliday just kind of got into a little bit of pushing match there with Kaiser. Got called for it as Kaiser got pushed a little bit too hard.
So they inbound to Kaiser, back to Dewey. Dewey works against Kylie Soliday, dribbles all the way back out front, gets a screen from Kaiser. She's going to split the defense, and she's going to be fouled. And will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Fouls on Pocketbeer, her first.
Dewey just kind of dribbling the ball up around the top, just nonchalantly, and all of a sudden hits the gas and explodes down the lane and just gets past the one defender, comes over, gets her with a block, and she was trying to go for the layup.
Dewey, 2 for 2 from the line in this ball game. Misses the first one. So the score remains 45-28 with 1:33 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads Plainville in the girls' third place game for the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School as Dewey does hit the second one. She now has 15. That ties Abby Babcock with the game lead. Soliday quickly up the court for the Lady Panthers all the way down to the top of the key, and she's going to get called for the double dribble, and it will be Plainville basketball with 1:27 left to go in the third quarter. Again, Phillipsburg leads 45-29. Kaiser ahead to Dewey. Dewey crosses over, drives inside, and gets tied up with Kinsey Stores. Stores forces the jump ball called, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball.
Good job there by the rest of them, looking at each other, make sure they got that call right, as some fans wanted to travel, some wanted to foul, but it was the right call calling that jump ball as the ball went right into the Lady Panthers' hands before any of that happened.
So Meg Keaton takes a seat as Taryn Sides comes back into the game. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 45-29 over Plainville. Sides drives all the way to the free throw line, kicks it out to Wells. Top of the key three's on its way, rattles out, no good. Stores tracks it down the left corner, saves it in, and now Wells going to get called for a foul, her third team foul, her second.
Lady Panthers doing a fairly decent job here in this game of staying out of foul trouble. So far, the Lady Cards, there's not been a whole lot of fouls on one particular player that kind of had it spread out, but it's all been hustle fouls for the most part.
Emily Schneider back in. Kay Pocketbeer going to take a seat. I did hear him say that as well as his third personal foul. I thought I forgot to mark one down earlier for somebody, but apparently it was Wells. That's her third personal foul. Plainville basketball after the foul. Ball gets tipped out and stolen away by Kylie Soliday. Soliday hits the ground, and they're going to say she's pushed. She did a good job keeping her dribble when she hit her knees too, so she could have got back up.
I was impressed by it. Yeah, she got pushed, went to her knees, and kept the dribble the whole entire way. She was sliding right along. The ball went with her, so great job keeping the dribble. I would have lost that one. I know I would have.
Sides, it dribbles up, top of the key, three, left it short, no good, rebounded by Kaiser. Kaiser pushes it up the sideline, loses it out of bounds, off of Kaiser, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball. 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads 45-29 as Hallie Friend comes back in. Jersey Kaiser going to take his seat. Wells ahead to Sides. Sides between the circles. Picks up her dribble now to Soliday. Soliday looks inside, now to Stores, inside for Schneider at the right block. Schneider one dribble, shot is up in the paint, no good, rebounded by the Lady Cards. That was Stamper with the rebound. Hands it off to Friend. Friend brings it quickly up the court. Spin move between the circles, bounce pass around to Nuss. Nuss drives all the way inside, right block up and good. And that's
wide open layup on that one. Dribble right down and lay it right at the basket.
45-31. Phillipsburg leads Plainville here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Soliday out front to sides, back to Soliday left wing. She'll put up the left wing three, left it short, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Cards as Nuss pushes it quickly up the court. 5 seconds left. Nuss all the way down to the left block, loses it out of bounds, and they're going to say sides touched it last with 2.3 seconds left to go. Phillipsburg leads here in the third quarter, 45-31. Abby Babcock comes back in. Ava Skimper comes back in. Kristen Wells takes a seat. Kinsey Stores takes a seat. 2.3 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 45-31. Friend gets it at the left wing. Puts it up at the buzzer, no good. And that's how the third quarter ends. So Phillipsburg up 45-31. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the fourth quarter right after this as you're listening to Lady Panther basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Okay. Shut up. (45-31). The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards as we get set for the fourth and final quarter here of the girls' third place game of the Amos and Morris Classic from Russell High School. We await both teams to come back out here onto the court. First quarter action, Phillipsburg led Plainville 18-7. Plainville then outscored Phillipsburg 16-15 in the second quarter to make it a 10-point Phillipsburg lead at halftime, 33-23. Phillipsburg then extended their lead as they outscored Plainville 12-8 in the third quarter to lead 45-31 at the end of three. It will be Plainville basketball to start the fourth quarter as it's Friend, Dewey, Kaiser, Nuss, and Augustine. For the Lady Panthers, it's sides, Soliday, Babcock, Skimper, and Schneider. Nuss has it left wing as it is Plainville basketball to start the fourth quarter. She hands it off to Augustine. Stolen away by Schneider. Schneider on the fast break all the way down. Right block off the glass and good.
Good job there by Schneider. They just getting down the court quickly. Had a defender at the last second try to fly through there, but didn't phase her. She got that layup.
Makes it 47-31. Phillipsburg leads Plainville here in the girls' third place game, the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. Plainville basketball. Dewey, left wing three's on its way. It rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Emily Schneider. She hands it off the side. Sides looks ahead. Has to pick up her dribble as she was double teamed. Schneider gives it back to Sides. Sides dribbles over to the left side. Inside for Schneider at the free throw line. Schneider looks. Now loses her footing. Gives it to Sides. Sides splits the defense. Count it. Terms headed to the line for and one.
Yeah, some of the Plainville faithful wanted to travel there on Schneider. She had it at the top of the key. Kind of got spent around a little bit and got the handoff before the last foot came down to get that travel. Sides then had to split the defense right there at the low post. Tough layup for Sides, able to get to fall in though.
So Sides heads to the free throw line. Shooter and one attempt. It's on its way. Good. She now has 9 points and it makes it 50-31. Phillipsburg leads Plainville by 19 here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Kaiser drives all the way in. Shot no good. Kaiser gets her own rebound. Gives it to Dewey. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Schneider. Schneider dribbles out of trouble. And Dewey going to get called for the foul. The fourth Cardinals team foul. The second on Aubrey Dewey. So Phillipsburg basketball, 6:48 left to go. As Sides finds Babcock behind the defense, up and good. Abby Babcock having a fantastic game, Robbie, as she's been the beneficiary of quite a few great passes, not just from Sides, but from everybody. She's got 17. His friend puts up the 18-foot shot, no good. Rebounded by Kaiser. Kaiser's putback is no good, but she's fouled. That'll be the fourth team foul on the Lady Panthers.
Going back to Babcock here. She hasn't been only getting it done on the score side of things, but she's been a big rebounder for the Lady Panthers as well. So she is having a great day here in this gym. So she's doing a good job to help her team out.
Kaiser misses the first one. Trying to cut into that Phillipsburg lead as they lead 52-21. A 21-point Lady Panther lead. Now it's back to 20. Kaiser hits that one. She now has 3 points. It makes it 52-32. 6.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Kaiser takes a seat. looks like Rudman back into the ball game. Sides brings it up the court for the Lady Panthers. Looks to the sideline to get the call from Coach Miller. Swings it over to Soliday into Schneider. Schneider backside pass for Sides, right wing. Sides drives down to the right corner behind the back dribble. Picks it up out to Soliday. Soliday pump fake. She's going to drive in. Leaves it off for Babcock in the left corner. Babcock drives in the paint. Gets it tipped out by Dewey. Dewey comes away with the steal. Dewey back the other way for the Lady Cards. Right to left on your radio dial. 6 minutes left to go in the game. Phillipsburg up by 20, 52-32. Dewey tried to get it to Nuss. Nuss tried to get it back to Dewey. Dewey picks it up. Backcourt violation. Lady Panther basketball.
As Dewey trying to play down right, maybe letting one of the Panthers hit it just a little bit, so it ended up a loose ball instead of a backcourt for him, but not able to let one of the Lady Panthers get it.
It's like Keaton going to come in for Soliday. Soliday may have got the wind knocked out of her as she was going for that ball, fighting with Dewey for it. Soliday comes to the sideline. Schneider gets it inside, kicks out to Keaton left wing. Keaton on the dribble. Keaton back out to Babcock. 18-foot jumper for Babcock, no good. Rebound put back by Skimper's good. Ava on the right place at the right time. Got that rebound and the putback. She's got 4, and it makes it 54-32. Phillipsburg leads with 5.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Dewey kicks it over to Nuss, and again have a foul called here on Keaton. Her first personal foul, 5th Lady Panthers team foul.
That's Keaton getting called with that little hand check as she was just trying to recover off the little pump fake. So nothing really bad there, but Keaton just kind of went for the steal a little bit and got the heart with that arm check.
All right, timeout on the court. We'll take one with them. 5:23 left to go. Phillipsburg leads Plainville 54-32 here in the girls' third place game. You're listening to Lady Panther basketball. .523 left to go in this girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards 54-32. Back out on the court for the Lady Panthers. Abby Babcock, Emily Schneider, Ava Skimper, May Keaton, and Taryn Sides. For the Lady Cards, it will be Brooke Nuss. Also out there will be Hallie Friend, Aubrey Dewey, Emma Rudman, and Brianna Augustine. Lady Cards basketball out of the timeout. Friend gets the inbounds, working against May Keaton. Friend on the dribble, picks it up, now looks to pass off, gets it to Dewey in the right corner. Dewey works against Sides, drives the right baseline, kicks it to Rudman at the elbow, back out to Dewey, right corner. Dewey looking, skip pass for Nuss, left wing. Nuss dribbles out to the top of the key, gives it to Friend, down to Dewey in the right wing. 5 minutes left to go. Phillipsburg leads at Plainville 54-32. Friend works against Keaton, dribbles over to the left side, picks up her dribble, bounce pass for Dewey, stolen away by Sides. Sides all by herself, layup, good.
And just getting all by herself on the end of the court.
Sides now has 11, makes it 56-32, just under 4:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Friend bounce pass to Dewey in the right corner. Dewey works against Taryn Sides as she takes one dribble back out front to Friend. Friend on the dribble, hands it off to Nuss left side. Nuss to the top of the key, hands it off to Dewey there. Dewey between the circles with 4:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. Phillipsburg leads 56-32 as Nuss drives inside, stolen away by Keaton. Keaton leads the fast break for the Lady Panthers ahead to Sides. Sides touch pass to Babcock, up and good.
Great job there by the Lady Panthers. Able to get that nice touch pass from Sides across the lane. Quick touch pass across.
Babcock now has 19, and the Lady Panthers extend their lead. It's 58-32. 4 minutes left to go in this game. As Friend has it out front between the circles. Now to Dewey, left side. Dewey dribbles down to the left wing. Asks Augustine to come out and give her a screen. Instead, Dewey crosses over down to the left baseline. Drives in, stolen away by Sides again. Sides on the fast break as she dribbles all the way down to the left block. Her layup is up and good.
The other way with it. Able to get down there and get a quick layup.
That makes it 60-32. Phillipsburg leads by 28 with 3:30 left to go in this game. their girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic here from Russell High School. Rudman has it out front for the Cards. Takes one dribble, picks it up, now looking to pass, gives it off to Dewey, and the coach Reinert wants a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with him. With 3:16 left to play, Phillipsburg leads by 28. It's 60-32 over the Plainville Lady Cards here in the Amos Morris Classic girls' third place game. You're listening to Lady Panther basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. To 32, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards by 28 with 3:16 left to go in the game. Back out on the court for the Lady Panthers will be Meg Keaton, Kristen Wells, Taryn Sides, Kinsey Stores, and for the first time this season, we're seeing Emma Honeycutt in the varsity action. So Honeycutt making her season debut at the varsity level.
Well, it's a good time to get her in there, get her some playing time against the team, but, well, she's going to see a whole lot throughout her high school career.
As the 5'7" sophomore making her varsity debut here with 3:15 left to go in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Dewey's going to drive in, right block off the glass and good. So out of the timeout, the Lady Cards had the right play drawn up as Dewey took it to the hole and got the 2 points to make it 60-34. Sides gets past Dewey. Dewey asks for help. Sides dribbles down to the right corner to Wells inside for Stores. Blocked from behind by Staub. Stores comes down with the loose basketball on the left baseline and then loses it out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Dewey, though, and it will be Phillipsburg basketball. 2:49 left to go in the game. Phillipsburg leads 60-34 over the Plainville Lady Cards here in the girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic. Sides gets the inbounds. Left wing three. Bingo!
Sides left alone at the three-point line. Stood there, kind of looked. No one came out to guard her, so she just put up the three-pointer.
Makes it a 29-point game, 63-34. Phillipsburg leads Plainville with 2.5 minutes left to go. Dewey underneath, shot is up, no good by Stamper. Jump ball called. Phillipsburg basketball, 2:27 left to go, and Phillipsburg leads 63-34.
That was an awesome look there by Dewey. Went up like she was going to shoot. Seen Stamper on the low block wide open, just dropped it over for a pass. Stamper just too hard on the shot.
Sides ahead to Wells, down to the right wing to Keaton. Keaton dribbles down to the right baseline. Looks inside for Honeycutt. Couldn't get it to her. Back to Wells. Out front to Sides. Sides puts up the three. No good this time. Rebounded by Wells. Back out the Sides. Another three on its way. This time again no good off the back of the iron this time. And it's rebounded by the Lady Cards as Dewey going to bring it up the court with 2 minutes left to play. Phillipsburg leads 63-34. Dewey drives all the way inside off the glass and good.
Tough shot there by Dewey as she was falling down. Two defenders able to get it up off the blackboard.
63-36. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Plainville Lady Cards. A minute 45 left to go in this girls' third place game of the Amos Morris Classic from Russell High School. Lady Panthers pass the ball back out to Keaton, down to the right corner to Stores. She'll put up the three from there, and it's good!
Stores put the quick trigger on, got the ball, had two defenders closing on her, able to pull a trigger before they get it there.
That makes it a 30-point game, 66-36. As Stores hit the three, Dewey's going to try to answer from the left wing, and she answers.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Minute 15 left to play, and Dewey going to come away with the foul, her third personal foul, fifth Lady Cards team foul, as the Lady Panthers got up by 30, so the clock going to continue to run here for the rest of the ball game as Ava Skimper comes back in. Kay Pockabir comes back in. Side's going to take a seat. She'll finish with 16 points. Kristen Wells takes a seat. She'll finish with 5 points. So, again, Phillipsburg got up by 30, so clock will run. Plainville fans not happy the clock's running, but Phillipsburg got up by 30. It was 66-36 as Stores loses the handle on it. Kaiser comes away with the steal. She'll pass it ahead. Shot is up and good for the Lady Cards. They make it 66-41, and now the Lady Cards come away with another steal. Rain has got the 2 points, and then again a foul called here. They inbound the basketball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Pocketeer. And then a foul going to be called on Dewey. Her 4th personal foul. 6th of the Lady Cards team foul, but that should do it, Robbie. As the Lady Panthers defeat the Lady Cards 66 to 44 or 41. For Phillipsburg Lady Panthers, your 3rd place finishers this year in the Amos Morris Classic on the girls' side of things. We'll be back to wrap things up here right after this. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Woo! Look at us go.